extremely clever, you see. Nearly as clever as he thinks he is. And he's a collector of prophecies. If it's about the future, he adds it to his collection. Helps him style himself as all-seeing and all-knowing. But of course, the idea is control. Control of the future, control of his fate. He'd control every realm of every land in every world if he could. Every potential pocket of resistance, he seeks to eliminate. Even if you've never posed a threat before, he may think one day you might. So you see, it's not important how he knew before you did. It's important that he was right.
Oh. We're finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your tadger.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
Okay, this'll do.
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
Your ball. Atreus, are you ready?
Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream. Fimbulwinter was ending, and Thor came for us, here at the house.
It was only a dream.
But it felt different. It felt real. It felt like the future.
Then we will worry about it tomorrow. Today, there are still things we can do. Come.
What's up, everybody? This is Jaden X1. If you have just witnessed the secret ending of God of War, which all of you may have already seen already. I enjoyed my little break. Now it's back to work. I hope you guys had a nice week. A better one than I did. Because I seriously think I just had a bad week. Because I looked through my storage right before I'm about to broadcast this, and I just realized that I may have deleted a project that I was working on for this particular game. And I was, needless to say, I was completely upset because whatever I was thinking at the time, I must have been a complete idiot to risk every single material that I had about the game And regardless of what might have transpired and what idiocy of me that caused me to delete every single thing that I had on my storage about God of War, I'm completely upset about. So, seeing as though the project for this game is completely ruined.
What else did the serpent tell you when you spoke? Kinda sounded important.
I'm sure it's nothing. He just said the boy seemed familiar to him.
Me? That's impossible.
Oh, I quite agree. Unless, perhaps, he refers to something yet to be. It is said that when Jormungandr and Thor battle at Ragnarok, their clash so violently shakes the tree of life that it splinters, casting the serpent backward through time, even before his own birth.
What?
That is madness.
Well, I did say not to concern yourself.
Regardless of what just transpired, I may just as well continue to broadcast this to explore every part of the game until I can decide otherwise to replay this over. If you guys wanted to see me replay this over in any different difficulty, then drop a comment on the comment section below. At any case, I'm planning on replaying Division from the very beginning and start a Kingdom Hearts saga before Kingdom Hearts 3. But before I do, I need to know the month and date as to when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out before I get started on there. And speaking of Kingdom Hearts 3, I've seen pretty much the game.
So desperate to find a way into Jotunheim anyway.
Hold on.
He's convinced the giants hold the key to changing his fate when Ragnarok comes. They are the Aesir's oldest enemies, after all, and it's their army that's supposed to do him in the end. But more than that, he covets their gifts of prophecy. He wants to know what they know and see what they see. So much suffering could have been avoided if his insatiable curiosity was not so much stronger than his wisdom.
What do you mean?
Ah, remind me to tell you why they call him the Lord of the Hang.
I've seen the gameplay for Kingdom Hearts 3, KH3 for short.
Is it a good idea coming back here?
She's probably in there planning your demise, brother.
Or bringing Baldur back to life? Like she did you, Mimir.
Oh, I'm not alive, lad. I'm reanimated, sure, but make no mistake, I'm still quite dead. I'll never be what I once was. She won't want this for her son. Trust me.
That's a relief. Not the part about you being dead, but, you know.
The gameplay for Kingdom Hearts 3 did not disappoint, and man, I wanted to see more of it. I really want to see more of it. I did see the gameplay for a certain world that's already been played in, called the Toy Box, which in short, Toy Story. That gameplay was beautiful. The Titan battle in Kingdom Hearts 3 is also a beautiful thing to see. And right now I am actually excited for it. And it looks like we can't go through that door. However, I do wanted to find... Well, I just wanted to find something that could lead me to... That could lead me to this area. I want to see if I can get to this.
Atreus, to me.
You know, look like it's back this way.
Why do they call Odin the Lord of the Head?
That refers to a modest example of Odin's thirst for knowledge. The time he spent 9 days a dead man. Hung himself by the neck from Yggdrasil's branches, put his spear through his own side, and bled down into the Well of Destiny. He roamed the realms of the dead and plundered the world tree of its secrets, until I think quite rightly it got fed up with him and sent him back to the land of the living. Did I not mention he was barking mad?
Mimir, why did you say Tyr felt responsible for what Odin did to the giants?
There was an incident shortly after the forging of Mjolnir, when Tyr arranged a diplomatic meeting between Odin and the giant kings. Well, this was when the Long War was young, and victory was still a thing dreamed of, and the Jotnar might have tipped the balance between Aesir and Vanir. Odin had persuaded Tyr that the hammer was merely a deterrent, a means to broker peace from a position of strength. Tyr was hopeful to convince all parties they would prosper best through peace. He knew the giants were deeply concerned about the hammer, a super weapon in hands they did not trust. But they trusted Tyr. Tyr always believed the best in people, and taking Odin at his word in his desire for peace, he brought the Raven King to Jotunheim. From there, things unraveled quickly. The giants anticipated Odin's trickery and exposed his true agenda to spy and steal their secret wisdom. With magics, they expelled Odin from their realm and cursed him never to return. Frustrated, Odin visited his fury upon the giants of Midgard. Thor unleashed Mjolnir's might upon any giant he could find. None could stand against the tide of slaughter that followed. And at last, it seems, with Tyr's aid, they retreated. The tower disappeared, no giants could be found in Midgard, and no man nor god has set foot in Jotunheim since.
Some story. Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be an exciting game for me to get, but depending on the month and the date, I really hope it's in September so I can be properly prepared. And Division 2, according to some gaming news from several sources,
We can beach over here.
it looked like Division 2 is going to be released next year, but before April of next year, which is okay, because then this will give me plenty of time to properly prepare and reserve that game, period. Now, as for I don't even want to. I don't even want to say the name of that game. The very game that I was disappointed in. But here goes. Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Needless to say, every year, now y'all know me, for those of y'all that have who have been following me for a long time, I'm a COD guy, and right now, from it, I think about a year or two in a row, I haven't been playing COD as much due to other games. But at the same time, hold on. Hold on. Ah. There we go. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
Well, looky who decided to show.
Every year, I get Call of Duty, but so does everybody else. Some with collector's editions, some who preferred the regular edition, the gold edition, so forth. But every year, I'd be excited for every Call of Duty game that comes out with campaign in it. This Call of Duty that's coming out this year doesn't have a campaign, as IGN confirmed about twice now already. Excuse me. I must admit I am severely disappointed. I've merely expressed my disappointment on Twitter and on Instagram as well. But I've merely expressed my disappointment on both social media sites, on my pages, because I'm impressed with the multiplayer. I'm impressed with the zombies that they made. But the one that does not have no campaign in it, that severely disappoints me. I thought that a certain game like, I don't know, Fortnite maybe, may be the cause to it, that had a big influence towards Treyarch to not make the campaign in it. But also, then again, another source on YouTube says that that the reason why there is not going to be a campaign in the next Black Ops series is because almost everybody in the Call of Duty community would rather play multiplayer than campaign. Which, needless to say, I was upset, and I didn't go through the whole article because I was too upset to hear more of it. And the rest of my opinions about that I will keep to myself. But my short version of this opinion that I have about this certain reason.
Not like he's got nothing better to do.
Oh, shut up, you midget. But as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by this shrimp, the short version of my opinion is this. I'm going to get the game this year. But I just hope the next Black Ops series that they make, it better has campaign in it. Or otherwise, I'm going to stop buying COD altogether. At least the Black Ops series for now. If they so much as continue that path without the campaign. But if the Call of Duty community would rather prefer multiplayer than the campaign, I'm not going to argue with them. Because, quite frankly, they're right. But I just don't know why everybody does not want to play campaign first before multiplayer. But I guess everybody, like a 90% of the community would rather want to play multiplayer than campaign. I'm a traditional COD guy that goes to campaign before multiplayer. That's who I am, and that's what I wanted to broadcast before the multiplayers.
Talk to this here Reed.
What? I can't hear thoughts from rings, bro. It's talking to me! It's Anvari!
Ha! Knew it.
He says he went to the Velander mines to observe his mistake, but then the Soul Eater attacked, so as he was being ripped apart, he cast a spell that removed his soul and put it in this ring. And then he...
What about all his stuff?
Huh?
Anvari had a workshop here with all sorts of posh doodads and ornatery tools. And one beaut of a hammer. You make mention of it still in there?
You're upsetting him.
Your point? You fellas take Anvari with you and go have a look-see. If you find his hammer, I'll whip up something real nice for you. Hey now, don't go forgetting your entry stone.
That's a very big stone. That looked like a daggone egg. The Call of Duty that I'm going to get, I am definitely getting for this year, but I just hope they don't do that again. What the?
Anvari isn't happy about us taking his stuff.
I do not care.
I'm not gonna tell him that.
I'm gonna get the COD for this year. Like I said, I'm sorry if I've been repeating myself, but it just feels like I didn't say it. Oh goody. Ugly little rats.
Enemies. Let's fight them. Not yet.
Oh, now you none upset me.
Watch your left!
Bam. Bam, bam, your butt.
Andvari says this dwarf was part of his crew. That he died because of his mistakes. He sounds sad.
The ring's grief is of little importance, boy.
He did not like that. He's warning us not to go down there.
Oh.
Stop listening to the ring, boy. It cannot be trusted.
Look like I can't even jump down for that matter. But I can climb down. Great.
Silence that ring, boy.
I don't know how.
I'm about to say, what the heck was that behind me? Well, that's that boy's bow.
Traveler. Guard up.
Well, before I can even get into that,
A dead soul. What's a soul even do? What do you mean it's your fault?
Roy, ignore him.
It's sort of tough for me to ignore.
But it wouldn't make sense for us to have like a dead soul eater.
He says this chest will trigger a bunch of traps.
I see no traps.
Sounded so sure.
So wait, what's this way then? Hmm. Oh, you butt!
Watch out!
Says his workshop is up there. But I know. Don't trust the talking lip.
Here we go!
Oh, you're dead.
Father, please, just listen. Invari's crew did something bad to you. He's glad you destroyed his lab, and he's sorry you kept trying to trick him. His hammer is just through this gate. Okay, that's going in the journal.
So that...
This is a fine hammer.
Andvari says thank you. Can we keep him?
We will talk to the blue one.
Oh God! I hate it when that thing scares me like that. About to beat the stupid thing with my bare hands for that. Get your little... Bam! Bam! Ugly butt.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Find that hammer, or you too busy looting every keyhole and cranny?
Here, the alchemist's hammer. His spirit is a nuisance.
Yeah, Andvari always was an asshole. Hell of an alchemist, though. Hand him over here and I'll melt him down.
What? You're going to melt down your friend?
A trapped soul's what I need to give your reward some extra oomph. You don't want it?
Father, we can't do that. Here, you hold on to it. He's really useful, I promise.
Fine. So long as he proves his worth.
Kid's a bit of a softie, huh? Well, he'll grow up.
Very high perk activation chance to grant a health burst on any successful attack.
To work it is. And check back soon.
Here's something I can't figure out. Odin wants to prevent Ragnarok, but the serpent's already been there and seen it. So hasn't he already fell?
Fate's a tricky thing, lad. And Odin's just arrogant enough to think he can get the best of it.
Fate is another lie told by the gods. Nothing is written that cannot be unwritten.
On that, brother, you and the All-Father may just agree. Even if he can't prevent Ragnarok, he still hopes to learn enough details to influence the outcome. Remind me later to tell you about the wolves.
You mean them freaking wolves that I kept getting torn apart by? Yeah, you can keep that to yourself. I hate those mutts. Whoa.
This is it, right? The rock store?
Aye, lad. The Council of Valkyries.
The Valkyries are of Valhalla, they're not.
Glad to see you're paying attention, brother. You are correct. Valhalla, the great hall of the Einherjar, is their home within Asgard. But while there, they are subject to the scrutiny of the All-Father himself. And relations between the Valkyries and Odin were tense during my tenure as his advisor.
Why?
Well, that's an even longer story, lad. For now, why don't we look around for some clues?
Indeed.
Whoa, you're back. Man, who is she?
Gunnar, Mistress of War. After any conflict, big or small, she would be first on the scene, sussing out the worthy spirits for a free trip to Valhalla. A gruesome task. She took great pride in it.
Any conflict. Impossible.
It's true. She had help from her sisters, of course, but Gunnar was always first to arrive. Her judgment of the fallen was unparalleled, and an invaluable resource to Odin. She was one of his favourites. This is none other than KH3, the Master of Arms in Valhalla, responsible for arming and training Odin's Einherjar.
Is what?
His army come Ragnarok. The entire reason Valhalla exists, you see. The Einherjar wait in the Great Hall endlessly, feasting, drinking, and fornicating themselves silly. Once Ragnarok begins, Odin calls them into service to fight on his behalf. KH3 had her hands full training that lot.
All right.
My friends, is Kara. Now, Valkyries are volatile by nature, but Kara, the lass is wild storm personified.
A wild storm.
Aye, calm and collected. Then the air would shift and the fury of her storm would unleash. It was beautiful in a way, assuming you could find proper shelter. Her tears would cleanse the blood-soaked battlefields.
Goody. I still hate fighting those bums, though.
Ah, here we have Air, the healer.
A Valkyrie healer? Strange.
Air was strange, as a matter of fact. Very quiet, very calm. Where her sisters were violent rapids, Air was a gentle stream. She healed the wounds of both mortals and gods, and even a certain all-knowing sage who once drank too much and fell off a mountain. Not my proudest moment.
So what's that? What's that? 3, 4 Valkyries that I know fought, and the last 2 to go. Oh my goodness gracious. Well then, let's see if I can explore a bit further down.
Once you retrieve the whetstone, please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless relic, after all. I can do whatever you want. And what do you have your eye on? What shall it be? How about you, young one? What did we miss? Never mind then.
Knowing full well that I've been here before.
Come here. Why did you work for Odin if he's so horrible?
It's my career! And if you mean to make your career as a counsellor to kings, you can't very well rule out petty maniacs. Available positions are scarce enough. My first master was a cruel piece of work as well, but I learned through him the enduring power of wit, which served me well with kings and gods alike. I couldn't have been much older than you when I started. A fairy king's errand boy and unofficial jester. By night, my mates and I had the run of the forest. Good fellows they called us, knavish sprites to the last. We'd get up to all manner of mischief, making fools of the local mortals. But as long as our lord was kept amused, we were spared the consequences. Oh. And one day he was not amused, and I saw fit to move on. Thankfully, the ages and roads travelled since then have turned me from that merry wanderer into the paragon of virtue you see before you today.
Back to here again. Only... what was I trying to get to? White elf post. Find a troll. Oh, that troll. Wow. That is a very big troll. That is a ugly looking troll too. No wonder I decided to clear out fast. Oh God! Oh! Ow. Ah! Frick. You need to stop being so freaking cocky. Oh. A Death Eater.
Bifrost crystals in there.
A loving gift from the giants. Since I used to do so much traveling between realms, they thought it would be more convenient for me than having a crystal I could lose.
Did it hurt?
No, because I wisely fortified myself with 16 cups of Billow Maiden's ale. Got so inebriated, I tried convincing the giants to put them in my nipples instead. Almost talked them into it too. Can you imagine? Mimir of the Bifrost teats. Ah, those were the days.
Yeah.
It was
Okay,
right.
okay, I'll stop now.
Looks like she really ain't letting us in.
Once you retrieve the whetstone, please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless relic, after all.
Ah.
Look up there.
Where did that bird sound come from? Ah. That.
Once you retrieve the whetstone, please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless relic, after all.
Oh well. I thought there'd be some type of way to climb down or whatnot. Yeah. Excuse me.
Wow. It's like there was an entire city under the water.
Aye, lad. A forgotten city.
What was it called?
Well, I forgot.
Amir, how'd you come to be in these lands?
Lad, there comes a time in every man's life when he changes his name and heads north to make a new start. If you live long enough to do this many times over, you might end up as far north as this place. By the time I arrived, I already knew Odin by his reputation, and so I set to demonstrate my worth by coming to him with something I knew he'd value. A mystic well of knowledge. Or rather, I should say, a well of water laced with enough mystic mushrooms to make a god see visions. Oh, he was rightly impressed. Can't say for sure what he saw that led him to try gouging out his own eyes, but I managed to restrain him before he finished the job. Then I persuaded him it has been his sacrifice made for an even higher form of sight to be bestowed. Blah, de blah, de con. But the day he took my... He knew I'd outwitted him, called the lesson wisdom, and hired me to make sure from then on I was on his side. And for a long, long time I truly was. Doesn't mean he didn't hold a grudge.
Bondi 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 bon.
There's something down there. You want a beach here?
Oh goody. Another soul eater. Going freaking up.
Boy,
Yes, sir. Hey, it's another treasure map. Govig's bones.
What will you say to her?
To Govig?
Your mother. What have you left unsaid?
I guess... I just want to know if she's okay.
She is dead, boy.
I know that. You don't understand.
Neither do you.
The symbol of bounty. It's one.
What would you say to Mom?
Nothing.
Nothing?
There is nothing left to say.
What about everything we've done so far? That man coming to the house? Talking to the world serpent? We've done so many amazing things. I just want to tell her about them. Don't you?
What else would you say to her?
I tell her that we're both okay. Not to worry about us.
Atreus, I miss her too. You know this.
I thought I knew very little. Mimir, I still don't get why you ever wanted to work for Odin.
Back then, I was young enough to still be ambitious. These gods were as powerful a force as I'd come across, but they clearly lacked for strategy, focus, and sage counsel. All this could I faithfully provide. And so, a stranger from a far-off island found himself with Odin's ear, trusted as he trusted no one but himself. And with that kind of power, laddie, I must confess, there are perks.
Yeah, but he's Odin.
I never claimed to be perfect, laddie, only clever. And often too clever by half.
So what'd you do to get Odin so mad at you?
Well, for a long time my job was to enable Odin, and I was fucking excellent at it. Gradually, as I grew more to care about people and the world, my job became to contain him, to protect him from himself. By serving peace, I served his interests as well, that's the truth. But he saw it as disloyalty. No longer trusting my motives, but not wishing to part with my brain or tongue, he bound me to a tree and adopted a new pastime of casual torture.
Well, I'm glad we came along to cut off your head.
Aye, lad. Lucky break that was.
I wonder the next God of War, we're definitely going to be facing Thor and Odin. Keep hearing that a strange bird. Oh, this spot again. First, Ah. And this is trouble. Oh, great. Oh! Frank!
Get up, brother.
Well, at least now I won't be bored. That's why I hate those wolves.
I'm not ready.
Well, then be ready. Oh, God.
Ready, father. Need more time. Watch out!
Yeah, that ain't working.
Almost ready. Sorry, hit. Only one more. Ready.
Oh! Thank you. Ugly behind wolves. The heck?
Focus up, boy.
I'm not ready.
Oh!
Need more time. Ready to go now. Not yet. Tell me when. Look out, father! That was a long one. Another name.
Another Valkyrie. It's no coincidence. But who'd have etched them on Tyr's braziers?
Well, that was kind of fun. And just say,
Mimir, you never told me what happened with the stonemason's son.
Hrimthur, son of Thamur. After completing his father's masterwork, the Great Wall of Jotunheim, he thought of nothing but making the Aesir pay for their crimes against the giants. Once he longed to fight Thor, but tragedy had brought wisdom to Hrimthur, and cunning. He observed that Asgard's walls were half-built and shoddy, for no Aesir god could be bothered with such tiresome labour. So Hrimthur adopted the guise of an ordinary man and made the Aesir an offer. He would build them majestic new walls, and if he couldn't build them within 2 turns of the season, they would owe him nothing for his labours. And if he succeeded, he asked only for an audience with the goddess Freya. Odin agreed, knowing the task was impossible, but intrigued by the stranger. Hrimthur made short work of it, of course. He had the benefit of his father's training and the aid of a magical stallion for fetching stones. Odin was not happy to find himself on the losing end of the wager, but he seemed to uphold his end of the bargain. Freya was sent to meet the mason, and to her surprise, he wanted only to whisper something in her ear. That being done, he made his way out of Asgard. And when he found Thor awaiting him at the gates of Midgard, he knew he had been double-crossed. But he didn't care, because his plan was complete.
It was? What did he say to Freya?
Only she could say for certain, but I've had many moons to work it out. Hrimthur knew that Freya loathed the Aesir, despite her marriage to Odin, and I believe he gave her the secret to Asgard's defences. Some weakness he may have built in, structural or magical, which I expect will be exploited come Ragnarok when Surtur arrives to burn Asgard to ash, if not sooner.
Interesting enough. Oi, new area.
We're not getting in there without a key.
Nope. No, we can't. Which is some bum sauce, but oh well. And I'm guessing this must be the entryway towards these bones. Alright. I'll probably head over there then. Not much I can do.
how was your trip to Jotunheim?
Will you give them a little privacy? The kid just found out he's a giant. He doesn't need you interrogating.
Brock, you knew?
Oh, we knew Faye was the last guardian of the Jotnar left in Midgard. That's why we made her the axe. We hoped it could restore the balance of power.
After Thor went all breezer with our hammer.
Though in the end it seems she chose another path. She chose, well, you. Both of you. I suppose she figured that was the best chance for the giants to live on. And now, I suppose, that's up to you.
How about that? A young Jotun with us the whole time. And the son of Laufey, the just... I should have seen it before.
Let's get you squared away, man.
If only. If only. Gauntlets of the True Warrior.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Got a problem. Well, that's about all the time I got for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed some exploration of God of War. And I may gonna continue on in the in deciding to making whether or not if I should restart Division or start a Kingdom Hearts saga. But the next game I'm waiting to get in July is a bit a ways off. So with that said, I'll leave you to guess what game that is. If you want to see more of my videos, feel free to click on that subscription button. Let alone turning on notifications so that you won't miss a thing. And hopefully I will see you all next time on the battlefield in my next broadcast. Good to see all of you. Have a blessed day.